Psalms 124, this is how God rescued me. This is going to be like a reaction video because I haven't read this psalm in a little while. And God is continuing to rescue me every day from this onslaught of targeting. He rescues me continually. Our help is in the name of the Lord, a song of ascents of David. David would be able to relate to all TIs because of his targeting and his persecution and his suffering and his deliverance from the Lord. And for the born again TI, there is deliverance. If God allows us to suffer greatly, he can make us like Saul or Paul, where we're content no matter what. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, let Israel now say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when people rose up against us, then they would have swallowed us up alive when their anger was kindled against us. This applies to me with fighting gang members, with being handcuffed by the police, with everything. Okay, when I slept in an abandoned building for like a month or so, if it had not been for the Lord, this program would have eaten me alive. But when God be for you, who can be against you? Then the flood would have swept us away. The torrent would have gone over us. Figuratively speaking, this TI program, it is like a flood. It is like a torrent. And if it weren't born again TIs, y'all know this, if it wasn't for the Lord, it would have swept us away. Then over us would have gone the raging waters. But not when God is protecting you. He is the rock of our salvation, spiritually, but physically in this world as well. When I fought with those two gang members, they weren't hardcore. That doesn't matter to the Lord. Anyway, I'd have gotten beaten to a pulp, y'all, straight up. Up to that point, at age 47, I was a sissy. I hadn't fought since I was 19, y'all. But the Lord got into me, y'all, and I fought, and it was a tie, fighting two dudes. Blessed be the Lord, who has not given us as prey to their teeth. That was a good example. They'd have beat me to a pulp. They tried to stomp me when I was on the ground, but they couldn't get to me. My legs was kicking, and they was like, oh, he finna kick us off our feet. We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken. That's a trap you use to catch birds. The trap is broken, and we have escaped. That applies to me. They wanted to unalive me in LA, and God said no. And God stood in the way, and God prophesied, and God said, you can't have him. I'm going to be using him for my will. And God kept me alive. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. Our righteousness will only come from Jesus Christ ever. It is not our own. Get to know Jesus. Get to know the Lord. Get to know his salvation spiritually and physically in this program from all of the targeting. He can shield you from it. You may get bruised if you are banged and you're wearing a bulletproof vest, but you will survive it. Like, subscribe, share, comment, any combination thereof. God bless.